We just got dropped off here at Summit Trailhead. We're going to be going south into the Bob. Got picked up by a lovely couple from Ohio, and they saw us inside the road, and they turned around and they came and got us and said, hey, we had a hitchhiked once, we got to turn it back to favor. So they did that, and this is the direction we're going. 7 days in the Bob. A couple miles into the Bob Marshal Wilderness, famous for its burns and blowdowns. Probably in the background you can see a lot of logs going down, and we will be doing lots of hip rotations today as we're climbing up and over these logs.
Yes, we are about to sit down for a snack and then move forward. It's a little misty right now, cool, so we'll see what the day brings. We just got through a very long, probably 1.5 to 2 mile blowdown section, and I just stepped in some mud. It's very muddy today. You just gotta let it happen. But anyway, we were going very slow through that period, but now we're in a beautiful forest. It's still cloudy out, nice and cool, perfect for hiking, but it's always beautiful where there's no blowdowns, at least not right now. So we're gonna enjoy this for a little bit and let you know when things change.
So here we are, first lunch in the Bob Marshal, and we've got ourselves sitting on the ground on our sit pads, and then we wrapped our legs in Tyvek. We've got our rain jackets on, and underneath our rain jackets we have our cinchies, which is a mid layer, and we put down our rain pants because we're a little cold. It rained on us this morning, a little bit of hail, and this is our lunch today. It's not all glorious mountaintops and passes, and we've only did 6 miles so far because we're climbing over more down trees than we'd rather, and it's just this is the area right now. So it's less than ideal, but we know what we signed up for, and I'm sure it will make the beautiful areas and the beautiful trails even more beautiful, since what we're going through right now is really not ideal.
So we had lunch, and we are now finally seeing just a bit of sunshine. We're hoping that is a good sign. It was supposed to clear up by later today, so I think this last stretch we've had fewer blowdowns in general, but we're not, I'm sure we're not out of the woods, so to speak, yet. So we're continuing with caution. Yeah, we have gone very few miles in many hours because it's been we've even lost the trail because the blowdowns have been so bad. So, but it's part of the adventure. It's what we signed up for. Everybody else is going to have to go through the same thing, although we made it maybe a little bit more clear where to go. Who knows? But it looks like we're going to be getting out of the burn area here soon, so our hopes are a little bit higher. We'll keep you informed. And it's back. This is going to be what the trail will be like for who knows how long again. Hopefully not too long, because there's good green forest. So
We've walked across this stream 3 or 4 times, and we've just accepted the fact that our feet get wet. We're a mile or so, maybe 2, we're not quite sure where we're going to be camping tonight, but we're 15 miles in. We averaged about 2 miles per hour going over all that stuff, but For the last couple miles, we've had some pretty cool, smooth sailing. Here, we're in this giant meadow, and it's pretty cool.
I think we're gonna camp here. Looks pretty spectacular. Yay. It's been a long day. Ready to chill out. It's about 7:30 or so, 7:15. So yeah, we're ready.
Good morning. It's a frosty one here in the Bob Marshal on our first night of camping out here. Woke up to our tent all covered in frost. Ground's a bit frosty. So this is not a place to grow tomatoes. We're sitting up over here underneath the eave of the ranger station, and we're gonna have breakfast there because it's a little more protected. Other than that, it's a beautiful morning. Blue skies.
It's our second morning in the Bob, and we're doing the red line. There's an alternate that's shorter and flatter, but Renee likes to climb. I like views like this. So it is a gorgeous day. Warming up quickly. Toes are still cold, but they'll warm up quickly. And yeah, a new day and a new adventure. Made it to the top, finally. This is why we work. Lots of wildflowers. Love the yellow flowers. Yep. A black bear, mama cub. Oh, I think I see another cub back there too.
There goes the cub. Should be making some noise, because guess where the trail goes? Right. See, the trail goes right where they are.
Oh, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Looking this way. Come on, honey. Oh, that's so cool.
Yep.
Walking away on the trail.
On the trail. We're about to take.
Yep. We're gonna have to be really loud.
Yeah.
All right. We're headed down, guys. So yeah, we just saw the bears. We made some really loud noise, you know, hey bears, and we're coming, and they scooted off the trail, thankfully. So, but yeah, this is why we take the trouble to climb up things that are hard. This is really amazing. On our way down to go back up. We are kind of back in some snow. It's not terrible, but yeah, enjoying the views up at the kind of this peak again. We just climbed about 500 feet after our break to a pass, and now we're headed down. We'll see what goes on the way down.
So we just finished up lunch. We crested to this climb to a saddle. Now we're going to make our way down into a different drainage. lunch, I had crackers and pepperoni slices. Renee had her standard salmon on nori seaweed. And we were stopped for about 30 minutes. And the clouds went away, or the clouds covered up the sun, and it gets cold quickly. It's pretty interesting how we're at over 6,500 feet. And that's a factor on the temperatures here. So we're not having long leisurely lunches because we get too cold and we got to get moving. So we've just entered officially the Bob Marshal Wilderness. We've gone 18 miles and if I look at my watch, we've got 7,100 feet of elevation today. So today was a tough day. Getting up on tops of those hills was something else. So we have maybe a mile or so, we think, to a potential campsite. And I think that's where we're going to stop.
We are at camp. We did about 18.5 miles today. We're sitting in our little food prep area, eating area, which has to be a ways away from our campsite, but I am making mashed potatoes. There's the stove. I've got some vegetables in there, rehydrating, and I've got my mashed potato flakes here that I'll throw in there, and then we've got some cut up bison bites there to put in there for meat. And yeah, we kind of mix it all together and throw some olive oil in there, and that's our meal. There's the finished product. I do have some nutritional yeast in there. Pierre doesn't like to put that in there, but I put a little bit in there as well. So that's what the finished product looks like. Mashed potatoes, vegetables, and meat.
It's yummy.
Good morning. It is day 3 in the Bob. We actually crossed into the Bob yesterday afternoon. Had a nice campsite. It was a big area for camping. It was the other couple that we were with the night before at the ranger station. We're also there, and we have had a little climb, and we are in a burn, which is sad on the one hand, but also we wouldn't be able to see all the sights if there wasn't a burn. So there's a little bit of a mixture here. And Pierre just peeled his layers. I still have my layers on. I'm always second to peel. It was definitely not as cold this morning, no frost or anything, so that was good. Had a good night's sleep. Looks like it's gonna be a nice morning. Who knows what the weather will bring. And I just stepped in a bunch of mud. Both Pierre and I are a little bit shaken up as we were walking down the path. It's quiet. All of a sudden we hear a big tree crack and something big and brown run away. This is about 100 feet from us. So it was a big grizzly. And so that's the closest we've come. More of an encounter rather than a sighting. It did run away, thank God. Just kept on running from us, so that was good. I mean, ultimately, we are not their choice of food. At this stage, there's so much water and food around, but that's also why they're more apparent this time of year. If they're coming out of hibernation and need the calories to replace. So anyway, that was exciting.
Bear number 6.
Bear number 6. Most we've ever seen by far. So, on we go through this burn. Well, we're stopping for a snack. Got about 6.3 miles in today, and we're exhausted by this blowdown section that we were warned about, but we thought we'd stop before we actually have to try to navigate this right here. And this has kind of been the rule for the last mile or so, so we'll see how long it lasts. And we'll, you know, it's part of the challenge, and it slows us down, that's for sure, but at least we're moving forward. We made it through the blowdown section. That doesn't mean there won't be another one, but really enjoying this nicely wooded, non-burned section. Shade, birds singing, lots of green. It's lovely to have the contrast. It really makes you appreciate this just walking. This is our trail right now. There is really not much of a trail, and it's going to be there to navigate. All right, here we go. We're finally coming out of that burn area. It's always so nice to have long, easy strides with nothing blocking the way except an occasional branch like the one coming up. Just makes you appreciate it, that's for sure. Got some snow-capped mountains up there, and then all the burn on this side. On this hot day, getting your feet cold actually feels good. The squishiness afterwards doesn't feel so good, but we dry pretty quickly. Ooh, it's swift here. So we spent the last half hour going up this pass, up to this pass, and you couldn't go 5 steps without navigating blowdowns. It was quite exciting, but look at the view from where we came from.
We made it to camp. We are beat, and literally gotta document this. Holy cow, that's a lot of tore up legs there for those trees that we went over today. I don't look as bad because I wore pants.
23 miles.
How far?
23 miles, and I would say 10 of it was blowdown.
Well, the last 4 for sure.
Yeah, but we had blowdown before.
Yeah, yeah.
I would say 10 of it was blowdown.
Whew, ugly stuff.
Ugly stuff.
Tomorrow we go in that direction, and we're hoping for better.